Rolling.
How many people have seen Dazed and Confused? That's a good number of people. The movie Dazed and Confused. Okay, well this is a quote from Dazed and Confused. It says, "Don't forget that you're celebrating the fact that a bunch of white aristocratic males didn't want to pay their taxes." And this is exactly why I want to go with my beer tax. The USA is founded on people who didn't want to pay their taxes to begin with. Yes, they did a lot of other bad things, but also, the United States was also founded by communities that moved from other places from around the world in order to escape persecution. The Oregon beer tax, as I've explained before, keeps coming up, and they want to increase the beer tax from 0.8 cents to 10 cents a bottle. In doing this, that's over a 1,300 increase that could possibly hurt the industry. So basically, you want to vote no on the beer tax. Otherwise, you'll hurt the community in multiple ways, such as monetarily as well as jobs. The beer industry is very prominent in Oregon, and some of the existing beer communities are like the Oregon Brewing Guild, which is the actual guild between all the brewers, and then also some local ones are like Rogue. There's the Raccoon Lodge. There's multiple breweries that create a community for people to hang around. Also, breweries have also become a big part in rebuilding the community in today's world. McMillan's is a huge portion of that. Not only do they offer lodging for people to come to the community and spend money in the community, but they also rebuild existing buildings so that they don't have to build a new one. A lot of times a good example is the Grand Lodge. Maybe it's Edgewood. The two always confuse me. One of them was a old folks home, and then also an insane asylum that they turned into a brewery. And another common one is the Kennedy School, which it's kind of funny, they turned the detention hall to a bar. But it's definitely a very good idea. Monetarily, beer is a luxury. And a problem with beer is that tax, like all alcohol and all things are luxuries, things that are luxury can often be lost when taxed because no one wants it. It's something that's not a necessity, so they don't need to buy it. People would rather save their money and buy a new television and probably go out and buy, spend that same, if they looked at it and saw that they're spending the same amount of money on beer, within 6 months, probably. And a good example of that is like when they put tax, the United States tried to put tax on yachts, on the sale of yachts, because they can get a lot of revenue because yachts are multi-million-dollar pieces of art. But they definitely, the sale of yachts just plummeted, and the same thing can happen to our local beer industry. And lastly, jobs. Someone already said Oregon has one of the highest job unemployment rates in the United States. And without the beer community, there's a lot of other communities, smaller communities that would go out of business too. There's a lot of farmers. Oregon is the #2 in hops and barley in production, and they would also lose their own community because they'd either be forced off their land from not being able to pay, or they would have to transfer to a different type of cultivating a different type of plant. Also, not only does it hurt the indirectly, it also hurts the industry directly through the employees. It'll cut your benefits as well as their health benefits, their wages, and what's the other thing? As well as their hours, because breweries work almost 24/7 in order to make the amount of beer that they have. So everyone needs a sense of community, and through this community, with the addition of a tax, it would certainly, hurt our local area in general. We could lose the entire beer industry in Oregon. We can also lose money as well as jobs. So the next time you vote, say no so that we can keep our local